Oh, hello everybody. I got a Lone Star. Let's crack it open. I'm gonna review a book, and I'll tell you, it was terrible already, but I gotta take a shot of mango. Okay. So the book in question is Dean Koontz' Cold Fire. I think published in 1991. Dude, I just finished it today. The last 50 pages were I just didn't care anymore. But the book starts out good. Okay, I'll read. In Portland, he saved a young boy from a drunk driver. In Boston, he rescued a child from an underground explosion. In Houston, he disarmed a man who was trying to shoot his own wife. Reporter Holly Thorne was intrigued by the strange, quiet savior named Jim Ironheart. She was even falling in love with him, but what power compelled an ordinary man to save 12 lives in 3 months? What visions haunted his dreams, and why did he whisper in his sleep, "There is an enemy. It is coming. It'll kill us all"? A unique, spellbinding novel with depth, sensitivity, and personality. Boston Herald. Gripping. Man. It started out good because this guy, he'll get just a flash, go to Boston, and but it doesn't tell him go to Boston, save his kid. It says go to Boston, okay, go here, and then but he knows he's gonna save someone because he's been doing it. And I was like, that's a cool idea. And then this reporter's trying to get his story, and there's some brutal stuff in the beginning. He saves this mother and her young daughter from these pornographers, which that was scary. I was like, that'd be could be a really scary book from Koontz. It's these pornographers that just capture women and children and make porns with them. He kills those guys, and then he's saving other people, and so the reporter starts following him, and this is one of the best scenes I've read in a Koontz book recently. It involves a airliner going down, and that was intense. That was really good. It was scary. Koontz did a really good job. It lasted the whole thing from where he gets on the plane it was maybe 40 pages, and that was good. I'll take a shot. Where's my for that? Wow, it ricocheted off a can of Glade and went into the trash. So that was really good, that plane crash. And then even after the plane crashes, I was like, okay, the plane's down. Most of the passengers survived because of good old Ironheart. And then but when on the ground, it catches on fire, and I was like, man, it's not over. So that was really good. And then it just the story just falls off a cliff, and it's trying to figure out. It's the girl Holly, and they get together, and she's trying to figure out why, what's telling him to do this, and he thinks it's God, and then for a while you think it's aliens, but it turns out he's just they never say it, but he's just a mutant. He has superpowers that manifest in different ways without him, because because his parents got killed in a fast food massacre. So he's been repressing all this stuff, and he doesn't know he has these powers. He forgot. And just the last, maybe the last 130 pages are just, they go to his childhood home, and they go to the windmill, and it turned into, I don't know, a Lifetime drama. It would just, it just fell flat, and it was just boring as hell. not as bad as his like the books he wrote after like 2000 or maybe like 95. Is this? I think this is 91, and I was like, okay, he's losing it here. Yeah, this is just, and you know, I don't know how Kuntz gets categorized in horror, because this is not. This is like a sci-fi thriller. Maybe like thrillers. He does have a couple of horror novels, I think, but most of his stuff is more like in a sci-fi realm. And he has a couple of good books. It's just so weird. I've been reading nothing but Kuntz like the last 5 or 6 books I've read, and he has no style of his own. Like it could be anyone almost. It's weird because other writers, you know, have a style, and he doesn't. He's just such a plagiarist. I don't know what he was copying in this, but I know it's something. Oh wait, uh, I read a review. Someone said there was a TV show. I think maybe it was called like First Edition, where a guy would find a newspaper on his front door every morning. But it was like a day in advance, and he would try to stop the accidents and murders and stuff. And it was delivered by like a cat. So Kuntz probably ripped that idea off from this. Yeah. Was it good? And I just keep thinking like it was good, and then it just like fell off a cliff, like for being interesting. And I just keep thinking about that book I read, um, Island of the Blue Dolphin, I think it was called. Was that's like a kid's book. That book is so good. It's like 120 pages. I look back, I think back on that book. That book stayed with me. And it's just a girl on the island, and it was so good. And this is no, this is bad. Yeah, and I actually, from reading so many of his bad books, I didn't have high hopes for this, but it was getting good, and then so I'm gonna give this one just like a 2 out of 5. Look at him. What are you doing? So I'm gonna start this. Hey, look. I'm gonna start Darkfall. I read this a long time ago, and I remember absolutely nothing about it except it's like I think super rats or something, super rodents killing in New York. I read reviews. Almost everyone liked it, so maybe this is a good one. I remember a long time ago reading other Kuntz books, and again, like they were really bad, and then I'm gonna give them one more chance, and you know, I'm not gonna read his books anymore. And I read yeah, let me see if I can find it. Let's see, Last Midnight. It was a story about. It was a book about these like scientists stuck on an iceberg, and that was good. It was really good. It had no supernatural, sci-fi, anything. That was really good. So, so have you heard the saying? Even a blind squirrel will find a nut every once in a while. Like he just keeps pumping out books, and occasionally he'll do a good one. But I want to reread like some of the old stuff I've read, like Watchers. I remember I read it twice, and I think it was. I mean, it was good at the time. Servant of Twilight. I have the book and the movie. I have Hideaway. I haven't read it. I have The House of Thunder. Lightning. I would like to reread Night Chills. I think I've read that. Shadow Fires. Man, it's so weird. I have other bunch of his books, and I'm just trying to get through them. Ugh. So, yeah, Cold Fire, and we'll see what Darkfall holds, and I'll let you know if you have any thoughts on Kuntz or Stephen King or Richard Lehman or Jack Ketchum. God damn it, I can't remember his. There's another writer that I really like. Yeah, there's so many books. I just want to get down to book one. And I'll start my collection. Okay, but Darkfall will be next.